I wanted to show you the last of the miracles. This is showing Earth to Pluto, remembering that Pluto in 2006, the astronomers decided to reduce Pluto to a dwarf. Now this is a big clue. When they reduced Pluto to a dwarf, that meant there was only 8 planets, not 9, which is utterly ridiculous. But they did it. So I'm going to advance this forward. You'll watch the distance change. At the moment it's 34.83. Just zoom in that and show you. I'm going to continue the program set on February the 12th, and we'll watch it run. See that the distance between Pluto and the Earth is getting smaller. Then on a particular date and moment in time, the distance changes. Now we're now up to April or May the 7th. You will have not noticed what's happened, but now I'll point it out to you. So we'll go back. It's the 24th of March. And watch what happens. We're looking for April 6th and 7th, so we went past it. We have 34.13. Now my blood was proven to be 34.13 by the Garvan Institute in 1997. They're the leading DNA institute in the world at that time, and they contacted me because I had 3 unusual chromosomes. They'd taken my blood covertly. The stars revealed all this when this occurred on a fictitious reason. However, once they did it, they found that my blood was unusual. It was chromosomes 3, 4 and 13. 3, 4 and 13 is the number in the New Testament and the concordance for Michael the Archangel. Michael the Archangel is the figure in particular in the book of Revelation that appeared to John on the island of Patmos, and John thought it was Jesus. This is 96 AD. And the angel rebuked him, said, "No, I'm a fellow servant. This is the testimony of Jesus." And that's what the book of Revelation is all about. So 34.13 is that angel. What is the odds then that we will see it occur on April the 6th, my date of conception? So there it is there. So what I can do with this program is take the hour and move it, or the minute, and move it to a specific time. And you will watch as I do this. I'll hook it up again, and I'll go around slowly with the hour hand, and we'll wait until I'll go backwards, and we'll wait until it changes to the previous moment in time, So there we have a change. (3413). We go a little further. We're now at 3413. The time there is what it's indicating is 10:25, but it's a little less than that. But to show you that, I have to go through the rigmarole of setting all that up again and go to the minute hand. So we see that's 3413, and we'll go backwards in time, and the changes at 10:23. So you calculate 10:23 and go ahead 888 minutes. We'll let that run automatically. We'll see that we are still on Pluto. So I'll set it to run, and then it'll go through time, and you'll see how quickly it changed. We're now up to 3371. So we go back in time again. And what it's done is jump through so quickly into May. So we'll keep on going back. Now there's the 4th of May, it's 3369. Now that's important because that's my daughter's birthday. So we'll go back to the 6th of April, and then we'll run it forward slowly from 10:23. This is local time, Tugum. So that's set now at 1 o'clock. So I'll bring it forward 10 hours, and you'll watch, it's on 3414. There's changed. So now we keep on going for 888 minutes. And it's changed at 3413. It changed now. It's actually changing at 1:10. There's 1:10 has changed to 3:12, 34:12 rather. So that's 110. An interesting number because 110 is immortality. So we'll go back 1 minute. So if we went back 888 minutes, we've got the start when the distance is 3413. So we'll just go back 1 minute. That's when it ends, 3413. Next minute, 3412. That's 888 minutes. So we go to a Bible program. And ironically, it's found twice in the New Testament. And it says, "Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses." Michael is myself today, because that's my blood. I'm saying to the devil, Moses is bullshit. Durst not bring, and the devil answers, "Durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said," then I said, "The Lord rebuke thee." Now you'll notice that if you read it straight out, it doesn't actually give you that information, because it's been altered. "Yet Michael the archangel," you think it's talking all the way through, "when contending with the devil," right, about Moses, "he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, The Lord rebuke ye." So there's two people speaking here, the devil and the archangel. "Yet Michael the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses as being bullshit." The devil says, "Durst not bring against him a railing accusation." Then the "but" and "said" is added. Then the Lord says, me, "The Lord rebuke thee, devil." So we now go to the next verse. This one, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels." So if you put it in context, the dragon with his angel are fighting against the Lord on the earth, because it's a dragon. The dragon is found in Leviticus, Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy 1404 times. And so with this program, it's quite simple to go to the word dragon to see what it is, and it's 1404. That's how it has to be done, but it's done in such a subtle way that the reader really thinks that Moses is true. But of course it isn't. So we go back to the other program and we simply measure from Pluto, which I'll zoom out so I'll show you that. Measure from Pluto to the Earth, 3412. Down the bottom here, it's 110. We'll go back 1 minute and watch the change. There it is. Do it again. We'll go forward. I'll zoom in on Pluto. So you see that we're looking at the planet Pluto. And I'll go back 1 minute, go ahead 1 minute. 109, 110. And it's now changed to 3412. Then go to the Bible. So we've got dragon, that's Judaism, and Christianity, because it's the child of the whore via the Catholic Church. And there's Michael, the number there is 3413. It's from the Hebrew 43:17. So the Michaels of the Old Testament are not all Michael the Archangel. So if we go to First Chronicles 5:13, I should get it. So what we have then is the same number, but now this time we'll go through and we'll see the number for Michael is first mentioned, but it's 43:17 in Hebrew. And it is, who is like God? This particular verse, when you add up all the names, 4918 is Marshalom, Sheba, Jerai, Jachan. Now Jachan is the age. My wife Michelle, a dreadful person, but had inherited a home in Greensboro on Nell Street, which was from her mother's estate, and there were several properties from her mother's estate, and she got the worst one because her sister, who is also a mongrel, gave her the worst one and the least expensive one. But that is the age Michelle was when she gave birth to Rhiannon, and Rhiannon is 2.127 years younger than my daughter Nicole. And the reason I had to remain with my first wife for all those years until Nicole was born, that would link to Michelle many years later. Her daughter was born in Geelong, Victoria, on the 20th of December 1979, and my daughter here, Nicole, born on November the 2nd in a house that I built in Canada, in Quesnel. And the distance between the house where she was conceived in Quesnel to my daughter Tracy, conceived in Port Alberni when I was 8,880 days old in 1968, May the 4th, and Nicole, November the 2nd, 1977. They both link to Rhiannon, the daughter of Michelle, which is Jachan, and these two numbers are only found, Jachan and Zia, are only found in the Old Testament in one verse. Not only are they only in the one verse, they are side by side. So that should give you an indication that this is intentional. So when you add all these numbers up, which we'll do in the PowerPoint or we'll follow with, it shows you that this all gives you myself, the distance between the two homes, the radius of Jupiter. The date also gives for Rhiannon's birth, and via the age of her mother, which in this case is Jachan. She was 32.75, and she is 1162.6 days younger than me, and Tracy is 11.626 years older than her daughter. And there we have the date, because when she's 32.75, well, the date was 19th of March. So when she was born, 1946, then the time between her birth and her daughter's birth is 32.75 years precisely. and Zia. That number relates to Nicole, being 2127 years apart, and is the width of the antechamber, 11626, so it's 116.26. The difference in age between Rhiannon and myself, rather Tracy and Rhiannon, is 11.626, and her mother is 1162.6 days younger than I. And I married my daughter's mother when I was 1162.6 weeks, which is 22.28 years, which is the height of Mount Kosciuszko in metres, which is 169.4 nautical miles, to the home on Nell Street with Rhiannon and Michelle, which is the word Emmanuel, found in Matthew 1:23. So we go there and look at that. Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. That has a value of 8880, and was the age I was when I became the father to Tracy in Port Alberni, Canada. And then built another house in Quesnel where Nicole was conceived, and it's 444.3, and 4443 times the word God is found in 387 7 verses, which is the distance from St. Margaret's maternity to the South Pole in Australia, and that number is the word God, which we'll do that, and then we'll leave it there, and we'll go on with the PowerPoint. So quite difficult to reach around a camera where you can't see nothing and do what you want to do. So the word God is found 3877 verses. So in Greek it is fully know, have understanding. In Hebrew it's the number 3877 from 3875, and 3875 is comforter, and the comforter number 3875 miles to the South Pole is where I was raised for 942 days, until I was 942 days old, I should say, at 105 Rothschild Avenue, and Rothschild is the devil. So with this particular program, this is the one cost me $1,000 in 1990. So it's a very unique, very precise translation that does differ slightly by being the correct translation of the King James Bible, because the King James itself is the Freemason Lucifer Bible.